Welcome to What's Happening Waupaca. I am Joni Kern. Our guests today are from the Waupaca Committee for the ALS ride, which is happening not very long from now. We have Dave, we have Bear, we have Cheyenne in the back with Ophelia, our little baby. It's the first baby we've had on TV. I'm excited. And then we have Brenda. Welcome to you all.
Thank you.
So tell me a little bit about ALS and why you're involved with it.
Well, ALS is most commonly a disease that strikes people between the ages of 40 and 70. As many as 30,000 Americans have the disease at any given time. It's a neurodegenerative disease. It usually attacks both the upper and the lower motor neurons and causes degeneration throughout the brain and spinal cord.
So ALS is very commonly known as Lou Gehrig's disease because Lou Gehrig died from ALS. So is there a reason personally, Dave, why you are involved with this? Has it touched your life?
The ALS ride started quite a few years before I even joined in. The background history that I have for it is it was for a local person from Waupaca that was dealing with a disease. Her husband is a motorcycle enthusiast. They started the ride for her. She is no longer with us anymore from that disease. They kept the event going because it was very successful.
Sure.
To help other people in the state of Wisconsin. There's actually in our local area, there is a very big, well, big might not be the proper word for it, but it's very common in our area, and it's also common with the veterans and the King Veterans Home.
Really? See, I didn't make that connection. So I mean, most of us, I don't think, know what ALS is, but we probably don't know very many people with it. Because 30,000 is a huge number, but if you take into account all other people in the country, it becomes a little bit more rare. But it's very painful, I would imagine, to have ALS.
Oh.
So what a great memorial. So Bear, tell me about the ride. Tell me when it is.
I can't remember what the date is.
June 3rd.
June 3rd.
Okay, and where is it starting?
We started at the Waupaca truck stop.
Okay.
There are registrations from 9:30 to 10:30. The ride leaves at 11 o'clock sharp. We take a ride through the countryside. It's usually between 100 and 120 miles. And various stops along the way with lunch. And we end the day at the Waupaca, or at the harbor on the chain of lakes in King with usually live music, a meal. There's a motorcycle show. It's just a really good time.
Sounds like a fabulous day. Now, do I need to be on my motorcycle?
Absolutely not. You can drive your car, your moped, your
My bicycle?
if you can keep up.
I was just thinking that. So I could take any vehicle that I want, so I can join in. So if I'm not a motorcyclist, I could certainly still be part of this. And there's a registration fee, of course, which supports the ALS, and then you go along and you just enjoy yourself.
Yep.
Correct, for the day?
Yep.
So what specifically does the money you raise do, Bear?
We donate all of our proceeds to the Wisconsin ALS chapter. And those proceeds go to research on cures and, living assistance for people that are not living assistance. What's the word I'm looking for?
But it helps people with their day-to-day life.
Yeah.
with whatever it is that they need in order to have as comfortable a life and be able to be as independent as possible.
Exactly.
I'm sure, right?
Exactly. We have had the opportunity to be able to decide where some of our funds go when we donate it to the Wisconsin ALS chapter. We like to keep all of our funds in the state of Wisconsin. So a small percentage of it goes into the research fund because that goes into a more national account. Most of our funds go for like wheelchairs, personal needs, speech computers,
Sure.
equipment that people with ALS would need. And people that are diagnosed with ALS can also go for a grant through the Wisconsin ALS chapter twice a year. And that also, our donations also help out with that.
Well, that's really nice to know, because doing the ride as a memorial to someone locally, I think being able to continue it for many years after, even though she has passed, certainly keeps her memory alive, and it keeps all of the good things that she did and was here and in their hearts, and it allows you to be able to help people in the community and in the state of Wisconsin as well.
Definitely.
So again, it is what day?
June 3rd.
And it starts at what time?
Registration starts at 9 a.m. through 10:30 a.m. and the ride leaves the Waupaca Mobile Truck Center at 11 o'clock.
And what's the weather going to be like?
The weather is going to be beautiful this year.
Oh, I am. What did you have last year for weather?
It started out overcast. It became sunny through most of the ride, and towards the end of the ride, we ran into torrential downpours. So
Oh, that gets a little wet.
we decided to reroute around the downpour this year.
So you're going to have just sunshine.
Just sunshine.
Fabulous. Thank you, everyone, for being on here. I appreciate your time. You can get the information at various places as far as when the ride is happening, if you happen to forget, but be sure and join them. It's a great cause. Thank you for joining us for this episode of What's Happening Waupaca. I am Joni Kern, and we'll see you next time. Welcome to this episode of Pet of the Month with What's Happening Waupaca. I am Joni Kern. I'm here at the Humane Society with Monica Gardner, and we actually have Lottie Dottie with us today.
Right. Lottie is one of our long-term residents. We are still trying to find a good home for her, and she's been with us for a long time.
She has actually adjusted pretty well to life here, and of course she's spoiled rotten, but she still needs a family of her own and a place to run.
Right. Preferably with a fenced-in yard.
Well, she's one of these. One of the things that you do here is to try to match pets with family and to make sure that the dogs have what they need. And I know that Lottie needs a fenced-in yard, and she needs to be in a catless house, if I remember correctly, right?
Correct. And she can also be a little bit picky about her canine companions as well. So we have to make sure she gets along with any dogs in the family. That there's no cats or rabbits or other small animals around, because she would like to chase them, and that she is properly contained because she likes to be outside a lot.
She's outside a lot. She's in absolutely fabulous shape. The Humane Society works hard to get the dogs adequate amount of exercise, right?
Right.
They go for walks, and they have this, oh, that got your attention, Lottie. And they have this wonderful yard in the back that they all get to play in. So she has tons of fun. But she's about 7, you think?
Something like that. I've lost track now.
So she's a middle-aged dog. So she's great for a family that this would be the only pet or one of just a couple of dogs.
Right. Or, even a young adult person who's very active and likes to be outside. She'd be a great companion for someone like that.
So you work hard at that, even with the cats around here, to make sure that they're fitting into the house that they're going to go to. It's one of the things that you do that's so special here, is that you don't just you don't just turn over animals to people without realizing that they're going to fit the family.
Right. We try to match both so everybody's happy.
So there's all kinds of dogs. You have puppies here. You have senior dogs here. So it's a matter of coming in and falling in love with something and filling out an application, which we can do online, right?
Right. Or you could go to our website. We actually have a pretty good selection of dogs here right now. So go fill out an application on our website. We can contact you and talk about, who you can come in and visit.
Sounds good. Thanks, Monica, for being with us today. Again, thank you, Lottie, who's laying on the floor. And we will see you next time for Pet of the Month.
Sounds good.